How's it going? Friday, October 6, 2023. Best hitters, 1880, 1889. Do you know who the best hitters were? Focusing on Hall of Fame baseball players. Who led the decade, the 10-year period, in the 1880s in hits, RBIs, and batting average? Do you know who? Cap Hansen. 1,518 hits, 967 RBIs, and his highest batting average during that decade was .399. Cap Hansen. Who's number two? 1880s only. Roger Connor. He's in the Baseball Hall of Fame. 1,404 hits. He had 693 RBIs. 371 was his high. Next, King Kelly. 1,344 hits. 692 RBIs. 388 was his high batting average. Dan Brothers. 1,343 hits. 701 RBIs. That was number two in the decade. 373 batting average. 5 on the list. Jim O'Rourke. 1,279 hits. 508 RBIs. 347 was his high batting average. John Ward. 1,164 hits, 511 RBIs, 338 was his high batting average. 1880s. Bid McPhee in the Hall of Fame, 961 hits, 448 RBIs, 289 was his high. Buck Ewing, 931 hits, 424 RBI, 327 was his high batting average for the decade. Sam Thompson, 661 hits, 450 RBIs, 372 was his high batting average. Tommy McCarthy, 406 hits, 151 RBI, 291 was his high batting average. Hugh Duffy, 266 hits. Didn't play as much. He played toward the end of the decade, so it's not as much hits. 130 RBIs, 312 was his high batting average. Jake Beckley, again, playing toward the end of the decade. So 254 hits, 124 RBI, 343 was his high. Billy Hamilton got going toward the latter part of the 1880s. 195 hits, 88 RBI, 301 was his high. And the last guy in the 1880s, Ed Delante, 138 hits, 58 RBI, 293 was his high. Well, that was the 1880s. Cap Hansen, you can say, was the most dominant player in the 1880s. And Roger Connor was second. 1890s will be much different because you have some players coming up that played in the 1880s, 1888, 1889, but they got going in the 1890s. Stay tuned for that next video. We'll cover 1890 through 1899, and there's 26 players who are in the Baseball Hall of Fame who played in this decade. Who was the player during the 1890s that dominated? Stay tuned for the next video. I'm out.